religion that they follow that has nothing to do with the religion of Islam. That doesn't mean they're all disbelievers. I don't know that. It's been between them and their Lord. However, it's nice for people who live in the West. They can't go in the street and shoot people, you know, and take women. You have somebody in Syria telling you, come, you can actually come and kill everybody you like and take the women. These are criminals. I have nothing to do with it. And also, people who are not religious in nature, becoming all of a sudden scholars of Islam who decide about jihad and warfare and who's a Muslim, who's not a Muslim. How can that be? Overnight? I mean, I've been telling Muslims, I do books, booklets, flyers, pamphlets, articles, websites, anything you like, you know, Facebook, just trying to reach Muslims. If I could develop a shot that you take here, this is knowledge of Islam, I'll do it. But these people must have developed it because today they're sinners, idiots, ignorant in Islam. Tomorrow they're Islamists, and they call them Muslims. Muslims, like this guy, Dan Rather, he's been to Muslim countries so many times. He can't force himself to say Muslims. Do they all hate us? I was talking to Schaefer, this guy, after 9/11. I was watching him. How many Muslims are there? 1.5 billion. Do they all hate us? Well, are you stoned? What kind of question is that? What's wrong with these people? This is the people who give information to the American public about the largest religion on earth. You are damaging Islam if you're a Muslim and follow the ways of these people. This is for sure. And we will not let you go with it. Get away with it. Because this is our religion. We're supposed to protect it. We are going to protect it and keep the middle path as Muhammad wrote it, as it is. No matter who does the deviation. At the same time, we tell the West, this is a very dangerous game you're playing. Are you telling everybody in your countries that every day you wake up, there are 1,500 billion people who are trying to kill you? If that's the case, then there is no meaningful life. But of course, the simplistic ideas about Islam have taken over the media and the minds of many Muslims. So in summary, by definition, Islam doesn't accept exaggeration or shortcomings. They are called khuruj by definition, meaning you're here, this is Islam, so many things done nicely, it's a very nice room, everything has a purpose. And then you start having an idea, you get out from this door or that door, then you are one of the Khawarij. Until you come back, you are outside the religion, at least temporarily, at least partially. And these groups, when they talk about jihad, they spoil it. They dirty the word when they use it. Because this is not what Islam is about, hasn't been. And by the way, as I said to three of my, the people I meet, these are really people who are interested in dealing with these groups as criminals, as they deal with the mafia. They are a mafia, just an Islamic mafia. They're trying to deal with this issue as a crime, not as a religion that instructs people to do these things. Three FBI guys, I sat with them in May, just before I left to Jordan, and I said to them, I'm not worried about Islam. Islam started with one man standing on that mountain in the middle of the desert in Mecca, 1400 years ago plus, saying to his people, oh my people, say La ilaha illallah, there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. You'll be successful, and today it is the largest religion on earth. I wasn't talking to them, and then I said, so whatever you do, Islam is going steadily. So you can't stop it, it's not going to stop. However, I'm worried about Muslims. Why? Basically because of the ignorance and the arrogance that is built on ignorance that they do, and the extremism. So, in summary, there is no extremism in Islam. By definition, our religion is wasat. It's in the middle, the righteous path. Anytime somebody deviates from it, little or big deviation, it doesn't matter, then you are not from that religion at that point. You may be still a Muslim, fine, but you are a deviant. This is why we call it deviant Muslims, and we have three types of Muslims. I'll end with that. I said I'm going to do that a few sentences ago, but I'll do that with this. Listen, we have a believer who inwardly and outwardly, they are doing the Sharia as they should. We have people who are, not great, but they call them Muslims. So we have mu'min, this is the believer. Muslim is the one who does the actual practices of Islam, and his heart is good, but it's not really great. And we have a fasiq. You know what a fasiq means? A sinner. So the sinner is the one who does these deviations. Some of these sins are bigger than others. So attacking non-Muslims, killing Muslims. Suicide by itself is an act that takes one out of Islam, as the scholars of Islam have decided a long time ago. For the hadith, the statement of Prophet Muhammad about someone who kills himself, my slave, he brought his life back to me before its due time, paradise is forbidden for him. So how can my religion be tied to suicide missions when Islam doesn't allow the whole lot of what these people are doing? So please understand this, spread the news and tell them that extremism is by definition un-Islamic. What people do, now ask them for their crimes, but don't come and tell me that my religion calls for that, because I'll take an issue and I know how to talk and how to write and how to respond, and there's so many Muslims who would do that. And again, Islam is the largest religion on earth. If you want to antagonize people and make them angry, then the West will have horrible times to come, because it's not a small cult. But if they realize that these groups are all criminal, they're deviating, they're making khuruj, they're exiting from their religion and what they do, then it will be easy for us to deal with them and to make sure that this doesn't happen. Now, Muslims are suffering because of the West here and there. I am Palestinian originally. Palestine, the trouble there between the Jews and Muslims and Arabs has nothing to do with this topic. So if somebody says, well, let them do this to the Jews, I said, no. These are two topics. One of them will deal with it, but what you're doing is rejected in my religion. We'll break for the prayer, and then I'll be happy to answer any question you like, and please don't clap your hand.